Food processing industry is considered as sunrise sector, and the importance of food processing industry in overall contribution in GDP, employment and export is very huge. In terms of that, government has launched PM formalization of micro food processing scheme. The objective is clear that we need to provide a formal system to food processing industries, because there are many food processing industries which are struggling being in informal domain or in informal sector. Now, there is a recent update in the current affairs regarding to PM formalization of micro food processing scheme that it surpassed 2 lakh credit linked beneficiaries. Food processing industry is a very important topic when we talk about UPSC mains. If you see the syllabus, that is mentioned food processing industry is a scope and importance, and UPSC usually ask one question from this FPI food processing industry. So what is this PM formalization of micro food processing enterprises? We will discuss that, but before knowing that, we must know that now over 2 lakh micro food processing enterprises receive credit linked assistance leveraging 20,300 plus crore investments. Very important current affair that you must add in your notes, that under this PM micro food processing enterprises scheme, it now have 2 lakh plus credit linked beneficiaries, and along with that 20,300 crore plus investment. Nearly 90% beneficiaries are first generation entrepreneurs, 44% are women, and 75,000 plus enterprises have been formalized through Udyam, FSSAI and GST registration. Friends, ये सारे जो facts हैं, they are very important. You must add them in your notes and you can use them in your answer writing as well. So first is 2 lakh credit link beneficiaries, 20,300 plus crore investment, and 90% beneficiaries are first gen entrepreneurs, 44% are women, and 75,000 plus enterprises are getting formalized. Now, before moving ahead, I'll tell you that we had started our anthropology optional batch that is completely in English by Saurabh Mishra sir. It is in English medium and it is in online mode. So for further details, you can scan this QR and you can call on the number, and you can also visit the website to get admission through this anthropology optional batch. Now, what are the salient features of this scheme? Prime Minister formalization of micro food enterprises. First is common infrastructure. Farmer producer organizations, cooperatives, self-help group and government agencies setting up food processing units which share facilities are eligible for 35% credit link subsidy up to rupees 3 crore. The objective is very clear that we need to promote our food processing industry. We need that the overall share of food processing industry in total agricultural GDP should increase, which also led to more promotion of exports and provide maximum employment opportunities. Then individuals, farmer producer organizations, NGOs, cooperatives, self-help group and private limited firms can avail a 35% subsidy up to rupees 10 lakh per unit for upgrading or setting up of new units. Okay, so 35% subsidy up to rupees 10 lakh per unit for upgrading or setting up of new units. Okay, then one district, one product, very important, ODOP, so that the product will get noticed. We also promote that particular brand, and that will also lead to the improve the overall prestige of that district, and that can increase the exports also. So ODOP implemented with an approach to promote scale, value chain, development and marketing support. It covers 713 districts in 35 states UT with 137 unique products. Then there is also a need of seed capital, that is initial capital for self-help groups. So it provides 40,000 rupees per member up to rupees 4 lakh per self-help group as seed capital for working capital and small tools disbursed through self-help group federations. Marketing and branding, it offer a 50% grant for branding and marketing initiatives by farmer producer organization, self-help groups, cooperatives or special purpose vehicles to promote processed food products. So that is the reason this scheme is extremely important, because it is providing a lot of kind of support system to those who want to start their food processing units. Subsidies are there, incentives are there, ODOPs things are there, even seed capital is provided for self-help group. And the last but not the least, it also provides capacity building, that is skill enhancement. So it provides training under the food processing entrepreneurship development program to enhance technical and business skill of beneficiaries. Now, what are the major achievement of this scheme? First is more than 2 lakh micro food processing enterprises receive credit linked assistance. They will get credit linked assistance. Around 6,000 crore subsidy around rupees 6,000 crore subsidy is released. That is financial support. More than 20,300 crore rupees investment leveraged, and it provide employment to around 11 lakh direct and indirect jobs created. Then, what is the economic importance of this scheme? It increases the farmers' income. They have higher value addition. It also creates rural entrepreneurship, employment generation, reducing food wastage. That is the biggest problem in India, because it also led to greenhouse gas emissions. Because of when the rice is getting, what we can say, rotted out, it release methane also. So it led to reduction of food wastage, is strengthening rural economy through local value chain and through agro based industries. Now, what is the future roadmap? What is this PMFME 2.0 is focusing on? That is, government is considering expanding the coverage to the beneficiaries to attract more investment, improve implementation, as well as to strengthening value chain by